Alright, I'm gonna say it right here. After reading this chapter, going from the beginning to end with Dreyfus, Fraudrin, I guess you could say Fraudrin because it's, Dreyfus's body, but Fraudrin is inhabiting it right now. Fraudrin is a pussy. At least Garland or Garon or whatever you want to call him, he was trying to run because you have Escanor in front of you and, this motherfucker's just a savage and he took you off guard or whatever. The difference with Fraudrin is that he was trying to be a little scaredy cat. In the beginning of the chapter, he's like, I'm bouncing, son. Merlin, Bond, all these people, they're gonna fuck me up, which, to be honest with you, I still stand by the fact that Fraudrin is the weakest, and the reason why I say that is because, one, he wasn't one of the original 10, and the original 10 were, the beastliest, strongest. Two, Fraudrin is inhabiting a human's body, and we have confirmed time and time again that the humans are the weakest out of all of them, so that's why I feel as though Fraudrin is the weakest. But going back to my original discussion is, Fraudrin bounced, he was running, he was like, I'm gone, but the second he gets to the weak holy knights, he's, oh, I'm a big man now, lad, I'm fucking gonna wreck them all, lad, give them to me, lad. And I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, you was just on some pussy ass shit trying to run away. You were running for the hills. You was like, yo, pa, I'm gone. But the second you get in front of some scrubs, you're like, ah, yes, it's my time now, I'm the man and shit like that. That's some crusty ass shit, and that's why I'm kind of like, yo, Fraudrin, you disappoint, son, you disappoint. And then when he was talking about there's no redemption for Hendi and this and that, I think the real Dreyfus probably thinks contrary to that belief, and he probably does think that there can be some redemption for them. I mean, everything that, Dreyfus has done pretty much because of Fraudrin, you can see that he'll probably think, oh my god, I'm a piece of shit whenever they do get Fraudrin out, which I think this chapter was set up for Zaratras to eventually take him out. They're gonna purge the demon out of the body. And then to be honest with you, I am not the biggest Zaratras fan because I thought he was gonna come back and be the super powerful ass motherfucker, but he's kind of just like okay there. And then you see within the chapter that, yeah, Fraudrin is probably still stronger than all of them, but Zaratras has a plan to take Fraudrin out of Dreyfus's body. So it's kind of like Fraudrin is still holding his own against all these people, but my main thing about it is that you was scared to death and running for the hills against Merlin and Bond and all of them, but the second you get in front of Hendrickson and shit like that, you're like, I'm a beast, son, like, really? One of the good things I felt about this chapter as well, though, is that Hendrickson hasn't had much screen time. He really, he was Jubito at the end of season 1, the 100 chapters. After that, we've had a little bit of training. He had a couple little arguments here or there, but nothing special with Hendrickson. This chapter finally got back into some of the redemption, some of the things that he can do to kind of redeem all the fucked up shit he did. And that's why I was like, okay, at least he's doing something with Hendrickson's character, seeing as how he hasn't done really shit since the end of season 1 of the anime, or the first 100 chapters. And my guess is probably by the end of this little squabble right here, Zaratras is going to use himself to gain an opening, and he's probably going to get killed at that point in order to save Dreyfus and kind of get Fraudrin out of that body. That's what I'm guessing he's going to do as his final act before he leaves this world once again for good. And with all that being said, this chapter was okay. It was okay to good. I want to say probably like a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. It was some decent action in there, but honestly, Fraudrin just, he makes me say, damn, I can't wait, because I got a feeling that Gowler is going to revert back to his memory and all that shit and eventually be one of the 10 and back at it, like, with the strength and shit like that. I'm really excited for that because Fraudrin, you're a fraud, bro. You're a fraud right now. I mean, you still can hold it down against the Holy Knights, but when it comes to the 7 deadly sins, you are like, I'm gone, bro. You Roadrunner right now. You Speedy Gonzalez out of there. But still kind of entertaining. And with all that being said, again, okay to a good 6.5 to a 7 for this chapter. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, are you hyped for Zaratras, whatever plan he has against Fraudrin? Also, how do you feel about Fraudrin in general as one of the 10 commandments? Do you feel as though he's the weakest? Do you think as though maybe Grey Road is weaker than him? I thought Grey Road had some pretty broken stuff. It's just that he was outbroken by a broken character, Merlin. And your overall thoughts of the chapter in general. Again, okay to good, but I'm kind of curious to see what Zaratras is going to do and if this is going to be the end of his existence once again in this world. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.